ask, what is obsession?
What is it to you?
Not giving up
Not giving up from what?
for whatever your goal is, purpose,
Okay. But if I would ask you, what is your current obsession, what might you answer?
fitness,
Fitness.
yeah,
Okay. What kind of fitness?
strength training.
Okay. And how did you get into that?
I was always an unhealthy child, and I think it got to the point as you get older and you see people that are older than you lose the abilities that we take for granted every day. And I was also prone to gout attacks, so there's times that I couldn't walk for a month on end.
Mm.
And I really just got tired of leaving it to chance, so I decided to kind of regain the control of it.
Mm-hmm.
So in my 40s, I've become obsessed with just my fitness personal journey, which also, luckily for me, trickles down into the other areas of your life.
So when you say fitness, I get a vision of obviously exercising, being regular and constant and eating well. That's the vision I get in my mind. Is that the vision that is aligned with what you're doing?
100%, 100%. It's a snowball effect because you can't just go and randomly work out. Uh, there's a patterns to it, there's process to it, and if you, as you get more familiar with the process, you understand that if you want to have bigger muscles or you want to have better balance, you can't just focus on that particular thing because it's attached to many other things such as your diet,
Mm-hmm.
your sleep regimen, your mental health, your work personal balance. All those things are interconnected. So as you start kind of unraveling this ball, you get to find new things that affect your performance.
So what would you say is like how long have you been on this journey?
Uh, so I started a few years back, but it's only in the last 2 years that I've built consistency where I haven't skipped a single day of fitness.
Okay. And
Yeah,
do you want to speak to your regime?
I do. So last summer it started just as a 3, 4 times a week I would go to the gym and just work out upper body, lower body, paired with 10,000 steps every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's progressed into the 5 times a week, still the same 10,000 steps every morning and throughout the day as much as possible. But at this point, it's more heavily about the diet more so than anything because the hardest part in going to the gym is getting over that hump where you dread it. But after a year of no skips, it becomes such a part of your routine. It's like brushing teeth. So you don't struggle with, oh, I don't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of, okay, now that I'm here, what can I do to optimize the time that I am here?
Mm-hmm.
So you spend the same amount, hour and a half in the gym, but now it's all about your diet. So what you're putting into your body is what you're getting out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So and a few years back, I was doing these personal challenges where it's 30 days of no sugar, 30 days of no meat, 30 days of XYZ, just to test. And these little tests of increments really showed just how flawed the food system is, at least in the United States or North America, how much additives there are, how many bad foods there are, how many good foods. At the same time, you've learned that things that are taught to you as being bad are really necessarily bad but are good for you. So it's an interesting, and that really bleeds into how I work now because part of building this obsession and this routine required shuffling time is really understanding what is my optimal performance time.
Mm-hmm.
And before I would get up, I'd have my coffee and jump right into work. Now I don't start work until 11 a.m. And that because this time is for my personal fitness and my personal health performance. And then I work starting at 10, 11 a.m. So that shifted how I work as well.
I love that. I I think the question that I had was you've had this obsession for a couple of years now, and I'm reflecting back on my own journey of going to the gym, and then I don't know how you are, but I'm just like, I can do this. I can push through. So I push through, and maybe I'll, have bad form. And I'm like, oh no, I twinged a muscle. And now I'm like out of commission for certain things for a little bit. And then that has really impacted me. How how have you managed with injuries during all this time?
Yeah, so one of the persistent injuries is the tennis elbow,
Oh, okay.
and that happens for everybody. So the first time it happened, I just didn't work out that part of my body,
Yeah.
right? So my left arm, for example. Uh, but as you overcome or at least learn what triggers it,
Yeah.
you try to be more mindful and conscious about how you go about. So you have to shift what it truly is about. And for me, it became like I'm not here to look good. I
Hmm.
want that to be a byproduct of feeling great. And that's with that you kind of okay. I don't need to. You don't need to overload on weight. I think form over weight has always been the right approach to this. So it's like okay, if 60 pounds is of repeated movement gives you tennis elbow, maybe lower it a bit
Yeah.
until you exercise it and afterwards 30. So it's like just being kind
Yeah.
to yourself, I guess.
Would you find that this obsession has taken over to become a negative at any point? I always ask, like, what is the dark side of this obsession?
I think dark side comes later. I haven't get to it, but I know people that have, and a lot of it is body dysmorphia.
Okay.
Body dysmorphia is how you see yourself versus how somebody else sees you. So guys that are extremely built and extremely rigorous in their exercises, they always see themselves smaller than they really are.
Mm.
Uh, some people see that their legs are smaller, their arms or whatever, and they tend to overwork that part and it just becomes ridiculously out of proportion. And another negative thing is the food comes out to be more about counting. It becomes more of a science than really
Joy?
enjoyment.
Yeah.
I haven't hit that, and like so far I'm cruising in and I'm enjoying this. But also it's not just it doesn't necessarily affect you. It affects your family. Where it's like, oh, family dinner, cake, this and this. You're like, oh no, I'm just eating 200 grams of protein, or I'm just eating X amount of carb, and it to a lot of people who are not into it, it's annoying, right? Like you're
Mm.
having a party, having a good time. Like I'm not here to cater to your specific needs. So that could be a downside.
Yeah.
Anything I haven't experienced anything else or haven't heard of anything else that, but I guess if you become dependent on steroids, obviously that's. But this isn't a bodybuilding conversation, so I don't think that would be an issue here.
Are you on steroids?
No.
Just checking. I don't
Yeah.
know much about it. If,
Me neither. I just know that yeah, it's used
yeah.
as an enhancement drug, but yeah,
Yeah.
that obviously that has its own and they're widely available kind of negative connotations to it.
Yeah. And if someone wanted to embark on this journey of being obsessed with fitness just the way you are, what would you say to them?
Oh, that is such a simple hack. Never skip 2 days in a row, and on the days you don't feel like going, just go to the gym. You don't need to do anything. Just go there. Just sit there, chill there, and leave.
Okay, I have to ask you, why never skip 2 days in a row? I can feel the reason why, but I want to know what the reason actually is.
Well, a what you call it? It's a pattern. So if you let yourself
Yeah.
go 2 days, it's already like oh yeah I can do 3, 4. So it's just a bad habit. So if you condition yourself to okay, I have a day off, and like right now I have a day Thursday and Sunday are my days off.
Yeah.
And before I used to look forward to them. They're like anchors, like oh my god, I can't believe it's coming up. But now it's like it's cool. But if I do 2 days, you have these thoughts start creeping. Like, take another day off. You know what I mean? So it's to me when I was starting and I was building on my regiment, I hired a trainer,
Mhm.
and that's one of the things that and it made it more palatable. It's like okay, I can take a day off, just don't take two in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. I I can testify to that because when I take 2 days off. It is easier to take the third day off. I'm supposed to go 5 times a week. I have not been managing, but also I've had podcast recordings booked in really early, which I shouldn't have opened up. And so I need to block off the time
So
properly.
yeah, that's one of the things that kind of made this to be a habit was when you're starting out, and I've built products around learning around this behavior. So when you're starting out, it always comes down to, oh, I don't have time, I don't have time. But what I ended up doing is I build my calendar around that. So I cleared everything out, and I really like if you look at my calendar now, there's blocks cut off,
Yeah.
gym, workout, workout, workout. So I build everything around it.
Yeah. Do you always, it sounds like you always work out in the morning. Is that a choice or is it for your body? Is it a
Choice.
choice? Yeah.
My optimal performance for anything, I'm my most productive between 5 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where most of my everything, most of my work, most of my meetings happen at that time.
And do you stop working after two?
After two, I take a break, and then after past the break, so it's like 2:30 to 3, I just do mostly creative personal work where it doesn't require me any interaction or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Nice. It's been really, really lovely to speak to you for the world so they know what you do and who you are. May you please introduce yourself to the world?
Sure. So my name is Stanley Veganov. I am a New York City-based product designer. I've been doing it for 20 years now. I currently run and operate an agency. I also do conference talks, lectures. I teach whenever I can, and I love traveling.
Amazing. And if people wanted to connect with you, how can they do that?
I can just go to brutallyhuman.com, which is my personal site, and it has all the contact points there.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I'll link it in the notes.
thank
Thank
you.
you so much for the really good conversation, Stanley.
Thanks to you.